four men, they're all men, so they kept saying, well, we just hearing things or ignore it, and, we don't have to become neighbors. And I kept telling them these things were happening. They're just not right. And then there were a lot of other little things, that our children were started putting food in the force immediately. They thought they were feeding little animals and they would go out there and put food. But what I did find strange about that was the times that they skipped putting food in the forest, which was a few times where they were gone or on vacation or doing stuff, they would come back and they would say, I need to put food in the forest because if I don't, I start hearing weird banging or things start happening.
Hold on, let me ask you, how old were the kids at this time?
Oh, I call them kids, but they're not.
Okay.
Our youngest was, when we first moved in the house, he was 16.
Okay.
And probably our oldest was maybe 24.
All right, so it wasn't, because immediately jumping to mind, I've got my age, I was thinking 10-year-old kids going to play in the woods, but if you thought there were vagrants and hobos and things living in the woods, why would you let your kids go out there? But these were late teen and early 20s people that were going in there. What inspired them, hey, let's go leave food in the woods?
They don't like to waste food. I have kids that are very, conscious of the environment and what they're doing. And they just felt that, an apple left rotting would be, better served, put in the forest for a little raccoon or a rabbit or a squirrel or something to eat. And so they just started putting food out there. They would take stuff that we had that was going bad. I wouldn't say leftovers from dinner, but I would say like apples and oranges and fruit, different vegetables and things like that. And they would put them in the forest for the little animals before they went back, like 2 days before.
Sure.
And bread. They love to put bread out there. Loaf of bread that was about to put out, or there's just the ends left or something like that.
Okay.
They would put that out there, thinking that some little animal would...
Right, they're just being conscientious of the animals and not letting the food go to waste. I can respect that. Kind of a neat little way to do that. So you've got this house that's kind of abused. You've got your kids out feeding something. When they're not feeding it, something is getting irritated, and we have to take a break here. We'll continue finding out about your story. 100 Bigfoot Nights, a chilling true story about a family that has been dealing with a terrifying encounter with some type of cryptids that are around their homes. That's what we're discussing this evening. We'll open up phone lines a little later on in the show. If you have questions or your own encounters for our guest, you can talk to her then. Christina Della Parker, our guest. I'm your host, Dave Schrader. We'll be back with more Coast to Coast right after this.
Coast Insiders, the new version of the Coast to Coast AM app, is now available for iPhone and now Android 4.0